Hey there, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects so many of us, overthinking. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a loop of endless thoughts? Maybe you can't stop replaying a conversation in your head. Or you're constantly worrying about future events that might never happen. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Overthinking is a common issue that can really impact our daily lives and happiness. But here's the good news, there are ways to break free from this cycle. In this video, we'll explore practical strategies to stop overthinking and improve ourselves. So, let's get started on this journey to a calmer, more focused mind. First, let's talk about what overthinking really is. Overthinking is when we spend too much time analyzing, worrying, or trying to predict outcomes. It's like our brain is stuck on a hamster wheel, running but not getting anywhere. This can lead to stress, anxiety, and even decision paralysis. But why do we overthink? Often, it's because we're trying to control situations or avoid uncertainty. We might think that if we consider every possible scenario, we'll be prepared for anything. But in reality, this rarely helps and often makes us feel worse. So, how can we stop overthinking? Let's start with a simple but powerful technique, mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment. When you notice yourself overthinking, try this. Take a deep breath and focus on your surroundings. What do you see? What do you hear? What can you feel? This simple act can help break the cycle of thoughts. Another effective strategy is to challenge your thoughts. When you catch yourself overthinking, ask, is this thought helpful? Is there any evidence to support this worry? What would I tell a friend if they had this thought? Often, we'll realize that our worries are not based on reality. Now, let's talk about setting boundaries for your thoughts. It's okay to have concerns, but we need to limit the time we spend on them. Try setting a worry time each day. For example, give yourself 15 minutes to think about your concerns. When the time is up, consciously shift your focus to something else. This helps contain overthinking and prevents it from taking over your whole day. Physical activity is another great way to combat overthinking. When we exercise, we release endorphins that improve our mood. Plus, focusing on physical movement can give our minds a much-needed break. It doesn't have to be intense, even a short walk can help clear your head. Let's move on to the power of distraction. Sometimes, the best way to stop overthinking is to redirect our attention. Engage in a hobby you enjoy, call a friend, or start a project you've been putting off. These activities can help shift your focus away from repetitive thoughts. Now, here's a technique that might surprise you. Schedule your overthinking. It sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. Set aside a specific time each day for worrying. When worries pop up outside this time, jot them down and save them for later. This helps you regain control over when and how much you overthink. Let's talk about the importance of sleep in managing overthinking. Lack of sleep can make our minds more prone to anxious thoughts. Try to establish a consistent sleep schedule. Create a relaxing bedtime routine to help calm your mind before sleep. Avoid screens and stimulating activities close to bedtime. Another helpful strategy is to practice self-compassion. Often, we're our own harshest critics. Try to treat yourself with the same kindness you'd show a good friend. Remember, everyone makes mistakes and has moments of doubt. Being gentle with yourself can reduce the tendency to overthink. Let's explore the power of journaling. Writing down your thoughts can help you process them more objectively. Try this exercise. Write down your worries, then next to each one, write a possible solution or a more balanced perspective. This can help you see your thoughts more clearly and reduce their power over you. Now, let's talk about the role of perspective in overthinking. Often, we get caught up in small details and lose sight of the bigger picture. Try the 5 years test. Will this matter in 5 years? If not, it might not be worth overthinking now. Another effective technique is to focus on what you can control. Make a list of things you're worried about. Then, divide them into two categories: things you can influence and things you can't. Focus your energy on the things you can change, and try to accept the rest. Let's discuss the impact of social media on overthinking. Constant comparison to others can fuel anxious thoughts. Consider limiting your social media use or curating your feeds to include more positive content. Remember, social media often shows a highlight reel, not real life. Now, here's a practical tip. Create a done list instead of just a to-do list. At the end of each day, write down what you've accomplished. This shifts your focus from what's left to do to what you've already achieved. It can help combat the overthinking that comes with feeling unproductive. Let's talk about the power of routine in managing overthinking. Having a structured day can provide a sense of control and reduce anxiety. Try to establish regular times for meals, work, and relaxation. This can help create a sense of predictability and calm. Another helpful strategy is to practice gratitude. When we focus on what we're thankful for, it's harder to get caught up in negative thoughts. Try writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. They can be big or small, the important thing is to shift your focus. Now, let's explore the idea of thought stopping. When you notice yourself spiraling into overthinking, try saying, "Stop," out loud. This interrupts the thought pattern and gives you a chance to redirect your mind. It might feel awkward at first, but with practice, it can be very effective. Let's talk about the importance of seeking support. Talking to friends, family, or a therapist can provide new perspectives on our thoughts. Sometimes, just voicing our worries out loud can make them seem less overwhelming. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Now, here's a technique that combines physical and mental strategies: progressive muscle relaxation. Start at your toes and work your way up, tensing and then relaxing each muscle group. This helps release physical tension and can calm your mind in the process. Let's discuss the role of nutrition in managing overthinking. What we eat can affect our mood and thought patterns. Try to limit caffeine and sugar, which can increase anxiety. Instead, focus on foods rich in omega-3s and B vitamins, which support brain health. Another helpful strategy is to practice acceptance. Sometimes, we overthink because we're trying to change things we can't control. Try repeating this mantra: "It is what it is." This doesn't mean giving up, but rather accepting reality as it is right now. Let's talk about the power of positive self-talk. Our internal dialogue can greatly influence our tendency to overthink. Try to catch negative self-talk and replace it with more balanced statements. Instead of, "I always mess up," try, "I'm learning and improving every day." Now, here's a fun technique. Use humor to combat overthinking. Try to find the absurd or funny side of your worries. Laughter can help reduce stress and put things in perspective. Remember, it's okay to laugh at yourself sometimes. Let's explore the idea of worry exposure. Sometimes, we avoid thinking about our biggest fears, which can make them seem worse. Try this. Write down your worst-case scenario, then your best-case scenario, and finally, the most likely outcome. This can help you see that the reality is often less scary than what we imagine. Finally, let's talk about the importance of celebrating small wins. Overthinking often comes from a place of self-doubt. By acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, you build confidence. This confidence can help combat the tendency to overthink. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide to stopping overthinking and improving yourself. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself as you try these strategies. What works best might be different for everyone, so feel free to mix and match. The key is to keep trying and find what works for you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with someone who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on personal growth and mental well-being. Thanks for watching, and here's to a calmer, more focused you.